Welcome to Every Country Explained. Today, France. France, officially the French Republic, is a country primarily located in Western Europe. Its overseas regions and territories include French Guiana in South America, Saint-Pierre and Miquelon in the North Atlantic, the French West Indies, and many islands in Oceania and the Indian Ocean. Metropolitan France shares borders with Belgium and Luxembourg to the north, Germany to the northeast, Switzerland to the east, Italy and Monaco to the southeast, Andorra and Spain to the south, and a maritime border with the United Kingdom to the northwest. Its metropolitan area extends from the Rhine to the Atlantic Ocean and from the Mediterranean. 8 million years ago, Neanderthals occupied the region into the Upper Paleolithic era but were slowly replaced by Homo sapiens around 35,000 BC. This period witnessed the emergence of cave painting in the Dordogne and Pyrenees, including at Lascaux, dated to c. At the end of the last glacial period, 10,000 BC, the climate became milder. From approximately 7,000 BC, this part of Western Europe entered the Neolithic era, and its inhabitants became sedentary. After demographic and agricultural development between the 4th and 3rd millennia BC, metallurgy appeared, initially working gold, copper and bronze, then later iron. France has numerous megalithic sites from the Neolithic, including the Carnac stone site, approximately 3,300 BC. Antiquity, 6th century BC, 5th century AD, in 600 BC, Ionian Greeks from Phocaea founded the colony of Massalia, present-day Marseille. Celtic tribes penetrated parts of eastern and northern France, spreading through the rest of the country between the 5th and 3rd century BC. Around 390 BC, the Gallic chieftain Brennus and his troops made their way to Roman Italy, defeated the Romans in the Battle of the Allia, and besieged and ransomed Rome. This left Rome weakened, and the Gauls continued to harass the region until 345 BC when they entered into a peace treaty. But the Romans and the Gauls remained adversaries for centuries. The Maison Carrée was a temple of the Gallo-Roman city of Nemausus, present-day Nîmes, and is one of the best preserved Roman temples anywhere. Around 125 BC, the south of Gaul was conquered by the Romans, who called this region Provincia Nostra, our province, which evolved into province in French. Julius Caesar conquered the remainder of Gaul and overcame a revolt by Gallic chieftain Vercingetorix in 52 BC. Gaul was divided by Augustus into provinces, and many cities were founded during the Gallo-Roman period, including Lugdunum, present-day Lyon, the capital of the Gauls. In 250 to 290 AD, Roman Gaul suffered a crisis with its fortified borders attacked by barbarians. The situation improved in the first half of the 4th century, a period of revival and prosperity. In 312, Emperor Constantine I converted to Christianity. Christians, who had been persecuted, increased. But from the 5th century, the barbarian invasions resumed. Teutonic tribes invaded the region, the Visigoths settling in the southwest, the Burgundians along the Rhine Valley, and the Franks in the north. Early Middle Ages, 5th. In the 12th century, Paris and its region saw the birth of Gothic art, known at the time as Opus Franciginum, lit. French work, which from the cathedrals of Chartres, Amiens and Reims soon radiated throughout Europe, thanks to French architects and sculptors who went abroad. French art was very much influenced first by Flemish art then by Italian art at the time of the Renaissance. Jean Fouquet, the most famous medieval French painter, is said to have been the first to travel to Italy and experience the early Renaissance firsthand. The Renaissance painting school of Fontainebleau was directly inspired by Italian painters such as Primatico and Rosso Fiorentino, who both worked in France. Two of the most famous French artists of the time of the Baroque era, Nicolas Poussin and Claude Lorraine, lived in Italy. But 17th-century French art quickly moved towards classicism under Louis XIV, with artists like painter Charles Lebrun, architect Louis Levauve, garden and landscape architect André Le Notre and cabinetmaker André-Charles Boulle, who all worked at the construction of the Palace of Versailles, establishing the fashionable Louis XIV style at a time when France was becoming a cultural reference point for all of Europe. French artists developed the Rococo style in the early 18th century, as a more intimate evolution of the Baroque style, the works of the court-endorsed artists Antoine Watteau, François Boucher, and Jean-Honoré Fragonard being the most representative in the country. The French Revolution brought great changes, as Napoleon favored artists of neoclassic style such as Jacques-Louis David, and the highly influential Académie des Beaux-Arts defined the style known as académisme. In the second part of the 19th century, France's influence over painting grew, with the development of new styles of painting such as Impressionism and Symbolism. The most famous Impressionist painters of the period were Camille Pissarro, Edouard Manet, Edgar Degas. It is bordered by the North Sea in the north, the English Channel in the northwest, the Atlantic Ocean in the west and the Mediterranean Sea in the southeast. Its land borders consist of Belgium and Luxembourg in the northeast, Germany and Switzerland in the east, Italy and Monaco in the southeast, and Andorra and Spain in the south and southwest. Except for the northeast, most of France's land borders are roughly delineated by natural boundaries and geographic features. To the south, the Pyrenees and the Alps; to the southeast, Jura Mountains; and to the east, the Rhine River. Including overseas France, it also borders Suriname and Brazil through French Guiana in South America, and the Netherlands through Saint Martin in the Caribbean. Metropolitan France includes various coastal islands, of which the largest is Corsica. Metropolitan France is situated mostly between latitudes 41 degrees and 51 degrees north, and longitude 6 degrees west and 10 degrees east, on the western edge of Europe, and thus lies within the northern temperate zone. Its continental part covers about 1,000 kilometers from north to south and from east to west. Metropolitan France covers 551,500 square kilometers, 212,935 square miles, the largest among European Union members. France's total land area, with its overseas departments and territories, excluding Italy land, is 643,801 kilometers to 248,573 square miles, 0.45% of the total land area on Earth. France possesses a wide variety of landscapes, from coastal plains in the north and west to the mountain ranges of the Alps in the southeast, the Massif Central in the south-central and Pyrenees in the southwest. With numerous overseas departments and territories scattered across the planet, France possesses the second-largest exclusive economic zone, EEZ, in the world, covering 11,035,000 kilometers to 4,261,000 square miles. Its EEZ covers approximately 8% of the total surface of all the EEZs of the world. Geology, topography and hydrography. Geological formations near Roussillon, Vaucluse. Metropolitan France has a wide variety of topographic sets and natural landscapes. During the Hercynian uplift in the Paleozoic era, the Armorican Massif, the Massif Central, the Morvan, the Vosges and Ardennes ranges and the island of Corsica were formed. These massifs delineate several sedimentary basins such as the Aquitaine Basin in the southwest and the Paris Basin in the north. Various routes of natural passage, such as the Rhône Valley, allow easy communication. The Alpine, Pyrenean and Jura Mountains are MUC. Different regions have different styles. In the north, butter and cream are common ingredients, whereas olive oil is more commonly used in the south. Each region of France has traditional specialties: cassoulet in the southwest, choucroute in Alsace, quiche in the Lorraine region, beef bourguignon in Burgundy, Provençal tapenade, etc. France is most famous for its wines and cheeses, which are often named for the territory where they are produced, AOC. A meal typically consists of 3 courses: entrée, starter, plat principal, main course, and fromage, cheese, or dessert, sometimes with a salad served before the cheese or dessert. French cuisine is also regarded as a key element of the quality of life and the attractiveness of France. A French publication, the Michelin Guide, awards Michelin stars for excellence to a select few establishments. The acquisition or loss of a star can have dramatic effects on the success of a restaurant. By 2006, the Michelin Guide had awarded 620 stars to French restaurants. In addition to its wine tradition, France is also a major producer of beer and rum. The 3 main French brewing regions are Alsace, 60% of national production, Nord-Pas-de-Calais, and Lorraine. French rum is made in distilleries on islands in the Atlantic and Indian Oceans. Carrot Véronique Martinique, November 30, 2009. La France du beurre et sel de l'huile d'olive maintiennent leurs positions. France butter and olive oil maintain their positions. Agence France Presse. Archived from the original on April 25, 2011. Carrot Wines of France. Walters Webb. Archived from the original on February 11, 2010. Retrieved August 9, 2010. Good Cooking. Retrieved July 22, 2011. Archived from the original on August 27, 2010. Carrot Fairburn, Carolyn, February 29, 1992. Fading Stars, Michelin Red Guide. The Times. Beale, Victoria, Boxall, James, July 16, 2011. Falling stars. Financial Times. Michelin 3-star restaurants around the world. Andy Haler's 3-star Restau. France has the 7th largest economy in the world by nominal GDP. Its GDP is approximately $3 trillion. The country ranks 28th on the Human Development Index, making it a very highly developed nation. Key exports include aircraft, vehicles, wine, and luxury goods. Its capital, largest city, and main cultural and economic center is Paris. Metropolitan France was settled during the Iron Age by Celtic tribes known as Gauls before Rome annexed the area in 51 BC, leading to a distinct Gallo-Roman culture. In the High Middle Ages, France was a powerful but decentralized feudal kingdom, but from the mid-14th to the mid-15th centuries, France was plunged into a dynastic conflict with England known as the 100 Years' War. France reached its political and military zenith in the early 19th century under Napoleon Bonaparte, subjugating much of continental Europe and establishing the First French Empire. This led to the establishment of the French Third Republic, and a period of economic prosperity and cultural and scientific flourishing known as the Belle Époque. France was one of the major participants of World War I, from which it emerged victorious at great human and economic cost. It was among the allies of World War II, but it surrendered and was occupied by Germany in 1940. Metropolitan France was settled during the Iron Age by Celtic tribes known as Gauls before Rome annexed the area in 51 BC, leading to a distinct Gallo-Roman culture. In the High Middle Ages, France was a powerful but decentralized feudal kingdom, but from the mid-14th to the mid-15th centuries, France was plunged into a dynastic conflict with England known as the 100 Years' War. This led to the establishment of the French Third Republic, and a period of economic prosperity and cultural and scientific flourishing known as the Belle Époque. The current Fifth Republic, a semi-presidential system, was formed in 1958 by Charles de Gaulle. Thanks for watching France Explained. Subscribe to TrendLens for more country videos. Which country should we cover next? Let us know in the comments.